have the camera now, and we are looking at January 9th through the 15th. So let's see what we got happening. Lots going on right now. Not always the easiest things, but it looks like we have a lot of stuff going on with the government. Okay, one more shuffle, and we're good to go, so to speak. All right, here we go. Sun card, and the sun just came out, so that's a nice combination. But the sun card is always a positive card, usually indicating yes or success. All right, so, yep. All right, let's have a look. What's going on? All right, so if we just look it over really quickly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards this week. Now, major arcanas are the power cards, and we only laid down 10 cards, and 5 of them are power cards. What does that mean? Well, it means be patient because there's a lot of stuff that's unfolding. We're starting out with a new request, and then we're going to develop over the week more things coming in. They're even going to be projected into the future off of this week, all right? So no, my first card is the Fool card. All right, see if you can see it without, there we go, without glare. And it's a card that says it's time for new beginnings. Well, we're trying to have some new beginnings with our government here, and some of these things that they're still working on, but it's also talking about individually what we should be looking at. Fool child tells you that it's time to start taking chances on new opportunities, and remember that you're just a child in these new opportunities. So if you make mistakes, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and say, well, that was a learning experience. Let me move on. Let me go to the next opportunity. But it's being slowly pushed to the rear, which means, okay, I'm getting it. I'm starting to understand it. And my mistakes are my own, and they're not negative. Okay, so don't be so hard on yourself this week, because your main goal is we're going to end up with this happiness card. So if you have to make a few boo-boos in order to get the happiness card, I think it's well worth it. So take your time. You are giving birth to new ideas all week long, right? So here we go. You can see there's this pregnant lady here in the corner. And so with giving birth, there's always some angst and pain, but bear with us because we've got good cards that are coming. Okay, it's anchored in the 8 of Worlds, and this is saying that financially things are going to start changing. So if you've suffered a little bit at the hands of the stock market or whatever you've been investing in, just take your time because things are going to be changing. So not to worry quite so much, but just know that changes are coming. What we're looking forward to is the 7 of Worlds, which is kind of an interesting card. You can see lots of different things in here if you look at it from a intuitive point of view. So bear with it because this is saying you might feel like, oh, I've been waiting for this opportunity. When is it ever going to come? When you least expect it, it's going to pop up, and it's going to be for the better purpose. You might be thinking, I wanted to do this 2 months ago, and this card is saying 2 months ago you weren't ready, the situation wasn't ready. So hang in there because 7s are about spiritual development. And we're in a 7 years, so this is going to mesh nicely with it. And it has to do with your finances, okay? Then let's look. Yeah. Then we have the moon card that's showing up. And this card is saying, take what people are telling you with a grain of salt. Because when I see the moon card, it's usually a reflection of what the truth is. So it's not exactly the truth, but it might be somebody else's interpretation. So listen and discern, right? Major arcana. If you're running into a bunch of Piscean people with some really interesting propositions, take it to heart and really think about whether this is something that you want to get involved in or is it part of their imagination, okay? Because you're going to be learning lots of new things, and it might be a Pisces who teaches you how to do it, because Piscean influence says we will do the impossible as long as no one tells us we can't, okay? So bear that in mind when it comes to I see in people around you. This card is telling me you're going to learn from them. There's going to be some great experiences that you can develop into possibly even business ventures. Okay, this is about finding a partnership, not just in love, but it can be with business too. So ears open this week. If they happen to be a Gemini, they're going to be full of talky stuff, but bear with them, sort out what's valid and what you need to get rid of. And this little card says 90% of what they had to share with you is spot on. So you don't want to lose that 90% just because you didn't accept 10% of it. And the outcome card is, it's like consulting a crystal ball. You're going to find that there are things that you've been learning over this week that are going to apply to the future, and there's going to be someone who's going to help you through it. Here's our little crystal ball, and here's a wise person. It happens to be like you would probably call it the King of Swords, right? So it's someone you can trust their judgment, and they have a lot of wisdom, personal wisdom, okay? And they're coming in to your benefit. So we got some good cards in here. They're responsible cards. Starts out with that baby card, but it ends up being responsible and doing the right things, okay? Very interesting. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So if you're seriously working on business ideas, finding the right people, and this is telling me you're also going to find the right customers. All right. So this is a lovely card, 10 of Cups, big old group of people that love you. All righty, kiddos, that's what we have for today, and we will see you at the end of the month in January 16th is coming up. All right. Love for now. Take good care of yourselves. You deserve it.